So I do this poem at open mic night. They request it every week. It is called I Do by Andrea Gibson, and they renamed it the Gay Poem. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and give you something to wake up to. So. Bobbity bobbity bob bobbity bobbity bob a dang a dang dang a dingy dong ding. I do, I do, I do. Dip to dip to dip to I do, I do. Bobbity bobbity bob bobbity bobbity bob a dang a dang dang a dingy dong ding. I do. But the fuckers say we can't. 'Cause you're a girl and I'm a girl, or at least something close, so the most we can hope for is an uncivil union in Vermont, and I want church bells. I want rosary beads. I want Jesus on his knees. I want to walk down the aisle feeling the patriarchy's smile. That's not true. But I do want to spend my life with you. I want to know 50 years from now, when you're in a hospital room getting ready to die, when visiting hours are for family members only, I want to know they'll let me in to say goodbye. I've been 50 years memorizing the way the lines beneath your eyes form rivers when you cry, and I've held my hand like an ocean at your cheek saying, baby, flow to me. 'Cause 50 years I watched you grow with me. 50 years of you never letting go of me through nightmares and dreams and everything in between, from the day I said, buy me a ring. Buy me a ring that will turn my finger green so I can imagine our love is a forest. I want to get lost in you, and I swear I grew like a wildflower every hour of the 50 years I was with you. That's not to say we didn't have bad days. Like the day you said that checkout clerk was so sweet, and I said, I'd like to eat that checkout clerk, and you said, honey, that's not funny, and I said, baby, maybe you could take a fucking joke every now and again, so I slept on the couch that night. But when morning came, you were laughing. There were times we were both half in and half out the door, but I never needed more than the stars on your grin to lead me home. For 50 years, you were my favorite poem. And I'd read you every night knowing I might never understand every word, but that was okay, because the lines of you were the closest thing to holy I'd ever heard. You'd say this kind of love has to be a verb. We are paint on a slick canvas. It's going to take a whole lot to stick, but if we do, we'll be a masterpiece. And we were. From the beginning, living in towns that frowned at our hand-holding, folding their stares like hate notes into our pockets so we could pretend they weren't there. You said fear is only a verb if you let it be. Don't you dare let go of my hand. That was my favorite line. That and the time we saw two boys kissing on the streets of Kansas, and we both broke down crying because it was Kansas, and you said, what are the chances of seeing anything but corn in Kansas? We were born again that day. I cut your cord and you cut mine, and the chords of time played like a concerto of hope, so that we could feel the rope unwind, the noose of hate loosening from people like you are not welcome here, people like you cannot work here, people like you cannot adopt. So we had lots of cats and dogs, and once even a couple of monkeys. You taught to sing, hey, hey, we're the monkeys. You were crazy like that. I was so crazy about you. On nights you couldn't sleep, I'd lay awake for hours counting sheep for you, and you would rewrite the rhythm of my heartbeat with the way you held me in the morning, my head resting on your chest. I swear my breath turned silver the day your hair did. Just like I swore that marigolds grew in the folds of my eyelids the first time I saw you, and they bloomed the first time I watched you dance to the tune of our kitchen kettle in our living room. In a world that would have left us hard as metal, we were soft as nostalgia together. For 50 years, we feathered wings too wide to be prey, and we flew through days strong as days as fragile as sandcastles at high tide, and you would fold your love into an origami firefly and throw it through all of my hidden passageways until all of my chambers were lit with lanterns, and now every trap door of every pore of my heart is open because of you, because of us. So I do. I want to be in that room with you. When visiting hours are for family members only, I want to know they'll let me in. I want to know they'll let me hold you while I sing. Bobbity bobbity bob bobbity bobbity bob, dang a dang dang a dingy dong ding. I'm so in love with you. Dip 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 dip, I'm so in love with you. Bobbity bobbity bob bobbity bobbity bob, dang a dang dang a dingy dong ding. Goodbye. I miss you.